Got my do-rag on. I'm watching. This is do-rag Burley. I gotta fix my do-rag. That's right, it's do-rag Burley. Uh-huh. It's do-rag Burley. That's right. Okay. Oh, the coffee's strong. The coffee's so strong, I'm coughing off the coffee. I'm coughing off of coffee. No, it's good coffee. This is good coffee, people. This is good coffee. Yes, sir. Coffee and Mary Jane. We back in the building. As I said, we breezing through. We're gonna have our long, our hour long, maybe 2 hour long, depending on how long the blunt keep burning, where the chat is. And then we're gonna have our quick ones, such as today. This is a quick Coffee and Mary Jane. And we asking, do you know yourself? It's a big question. Let's see how many can answer it truthfully. We'll give some time for some people to get in the building. If not, then at 5 minutes, we're going to start because we already know YouTube ain't right with their notifications. We know they ain't sending out the notifications as they supposed to. So we ain't even mad. At 5 minutes, we just going to start to talk. Okay. We're going to start to talk. We may even talk a little bit about Casanova. Coffee. Coffee and Mary Jane, people. If you ain't got your coffee, what's wrong with you? Now, you may be thinking, like, is it too late to sip coffee? It's never too late to sip coffee. Sip coffee 2 in the morning if you got to. It's never too late. It's never a bad time to drink some Java. That coffee strong. That coffee is strong. Okay. Anybody see what's going on there with Casanova, man? Casanova 2 times. It's not looking good for the homie. He is saying that if some higher ups look into his case, if some higher ups looked into his case, he would have been out by now. I gotta get some better lighting over here too. Got a little shadow. I gotta get some better lighting. Drift the Wolf, Nectar of the Gods. That's right. That's right. Nectar of the Gizzards. That's right. I'm gonna sip coffee to that. Nectar of the Gods. That's right. This is what the gods drink. This is a godly juice here. This is a godly beverage. You know what I'm saying? This beverage is like the number 7. This like the number 7 is the God number. This is the God beverage. Sip coffee, drink Java. You'll live a lot longer if you sipped on that Java. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, we're getting to the 410 mark, 411 mark, 413. That's right. I'm gonna go and start sparking my spliff. I ain't got nobody in the building, but it don't even matter because I'm gonna talk anyway. It's a video worth putting out. I'm gonna say what I gotta say anyway. That's right. It's probably the notifications ain't going out right, but it is what it is. Yep. I gotta take 2 pulls of this. Mr. We got the champ in the building. You know, Mr. Champ. When I see you, I got you. I got you. You know how we do. If I can pass it through the screen to you right now, you know what I'm saying? Here you go. If I can pass it through the screen. If I can pass it through the screen, because we if I could pass this, we'd be talking defense all night. We be talking defense all night. If I could pass it right now, like, here, take that. We be here all night talking defense. They wouldn't even understand why. They just like the champ and light just been talking for 4 hours straight. That's what happens when you puffing on that goody good. That's right. That's right. Weed and coffee, no better thing. That's right. That's right. Anybody who's tuning in, big things are coming. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Mr. Light Burley, teaming up, defensive seminars. We gonna bring to you while we making defense sexy again. You ever listen? All I'm gonna tell you is go see that fight. How how Tim was catching Larry Holmes' jab sexy. It was sexy, people. Talking that, and that's what we're gonna do. We making defense sexy again. We bringing it back. We bringing it back. Me and the champ. Me and the champ. We bringing it back. That's all. People been running around treating defense like it's a secondary thing, like it should sit at the back of the bus. They treating defense like he's supposed to be sitting in the back of the bus. No, he's gonna be sitting in the front of the bus by the time me and Terrible Tim get finished with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, at fights now, they're going to start screaming, let's go defense, let's go. That's right. They should be saying that at fights too. It shouldn't just be at football games and baseball games and basketball games. No. Now at the fight, you're going to hear, let's go defense, let's go. That's right. We making defense sexy again. We making defense sexy again. It's sexy to go home with all of your brains. All of your brains. You listen to the champ. You ever listen to the champ talk? Articulate his words. Because that defense, he articulates his words. You hear every pronunciation. He pronouncing every syllable. Now, there's no disrespect to the other great men who's fought. Men who have been known to be more offensive. But later on in their careers, they have taken so many shots that they can barely put a good sentence together. And these are the traumas and the tragedies of war, people. There will be traumas and tragedies of war. Don't never forget it. These are still great fighters. The Hitman Hearns, he's still one of the greats, one of the greats. But he depended on his offense. And because of that, he took more shots than he should have. Because, when you depending on your gunner, you got to sit in the pocket sometimes a little too long. But then when you see those that have put their life in defense, or put the fight or put defense first in they fight later on in life, they articulate. They break it down. They can sit down with a cup of coffee and have a full conversation with you. And these are men who went to war, who was in battle. So this is the gift of defense. Self-preservation. I always say you should fight like you love yourself. And if you doing that, that means you using defense. See, if you fighting just to kill another man, you're not loving yourself. You in love with the damage and the ruin that you can do onto another man. And because of that, you won't see it coming for you. See, but when you fight like you love yourself, you fight behind the shield of defense. So even if you fight behind the shield of defense and your opponent falls, you can spare him. You can give him mercy. See, if all you got is just chopping and killing, you can't show nobody no mercy. Someone get in the war with you, you got to kill him. You can't show him no mercy. You got to kill him. But when you got defense like the champ, Terrible Tim Witherspoon, making that thing sexy. He was sexy in front of a killer known as Larry Holmes. Huh? This man, listen, y'all got to go watch the fight. Y'all don't even hear me. Y'all got to go watch the fight. If y'all ain't seen that fight, go pull it up. Terrible Tim Witherspoon versus Larry Holmes. And what Larry Holmes had like 43, what was he, like 43-0? At the time, he was like 43-0. Terrible Tim stepping up in there with 14 pro fights, 7 amateur fights against a monster who was undefeated. And Terrible Tim Witherspoon showed what defense can do for you, even when you're the underdog, even when you facing full experience. He showed you what a powerful shield can do for you. And that's why we bringing it back. Defensive seminars. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Light Burley. Once we get it cooking, we coming to every state, baby. We're going to be in every state. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to book them tickets, come out, learn some defense, learn some self-preservation, learn something that you can hold on to so later in life, you can still articulate, have good conversations. You know what I'm saying here? Y'all hear me out there? Drifter said Florida waiting. We coming to Florida, that's right. We're going to get out there to Florida. I was out there. I was out there in Tampa. So yeah, me and Tim coming to Florida, Cali, Las Vegas. Because in every state there's a need for defense, people. Defense is the elephant in the room. Defense is the elephant in the room, because most men only want to focus on the damage they can do to other men. They never want to think about the damage that can be done to them. The smart ones do. And we sharpen our defense, because we know when you have to go to put pain on the man, that's the time he could put pain on you. You're at your most you're at your most vulnerable. You're vulnerable when you go to strike out at a man. So as long as you keep your hands up and you're not punching, you can survive a fight. As long as you stay in your shell and you catch it. But the moment you open up to get him, your head can be chopped off. So people really need to understand the edge of offense. Like, you really need to understand what offense is. The moment you go to offend is the moment someone can offend you. So offense is tricky. You got to understand this. When you go to chop off his head, your head is open. But if you got the eye, if you defensively responsible, then you understand what's at stake every time you go to chop his head off, and you cover your path. So this is what me and the champ is going to be teaching you. So you learning it from me, and then you got the 2 times heavyweight champ. You know what I'm saying? This is about as close to a short shot as you can get it. I'm still grinding. I'm still learning. I'm still a young warrior in the game, but we got the champ behind us. We got Terrible Tim Witherspoon, people. Defensive extraordinaire, 2 times heavyweight champion. So ain't nothing left. There's no excuses for you not to be in that seminar. There is no excuses for you not to be signed up. Soon as we drop in your town, we should have 100 people signed up. Immediately, 100 warriors sign up. Soon as we come into your town, 100 warriors should sign up ASAP. And that's easy numbers, because this is the type of information you're going to be getting. You're getting the real information. You're getting the real information for men who out there putting in that work, being scientists, trying to figure it out, battle testing it. I'm telling you, you can't miss this. That's right. Tim and the champ is in the chat right now. If anybody didn't know, Terrible Tim Witherspoon is in the chat right now, co-signing it. Like, you cannot miss this. We is making defense sexy again, people. After me and Tim finish with it, you're going to respect the defense. You're going to put some respect on his name. After me and Tim finish, you're going to put some respect on defense's name. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name, people. You've been running around treating defense like it ain't nothing. Like somebody's running or something. No. People fight like they love themselves. Like, Just like me back in my criminal days, I ain't just standing there for the cops. We ran. You're going to have to catch us. That's all. You got a job to do. I got a job to do. But if you think I'm just going to lay down and surrender, you'd have lost your mind. Got to chase me. Same thing with my defense. And when I'm fighting, I ain't just going to give you my chin. You got to work for it. You got to catch me. And when you do, I'm gonna have a bomb waiting for you too. That's what defense is, baby. You know what they when they came to Ali. Ali said it. They said he's gonna fight Sonny Liston. He's gonna kill. He said, man, I fix them where they can't hurt, where they got nothing to hurt. He said, I fix them where they got nothing to hurt. Because he ain't gonna stand there and just let you beat on the side of his head, just like the champ, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Same thing. He ain't just standing there. He wasn't just standing there letting Larry Holmes tee off. He was catching them things, baby. And you got to listen to the commentary during that fight. Listen to the commentators. They was just as spellbound as Larry. Like, who is this young upstart with this defensive prowess? And then opening up. See, this ain't defense without offense. This is defense that sets up killer offense. Because he was ripping them shots. What you was calling them shots, champ? What's them shots you was calling to the body? What's that? The can opener with the what was them shots you was calling? He was chopping them. The chopping that tree down. Chopping that tree down. That's why he had Larry Holmes on Queer Street. He was on Queer Street like two times. Tim Witherspoon won that fight, people. He won that fight. They gave him a gift. They gave Larry a gift. See, every great fighter gets a gift. They give them all gifts. Mayweather got Castillo. Because Castillo scraped him that first fight. Every fighter gets a gift. Pernell Whitaker had a gift too. I forgot who it was that really beat him. You can almost say Buddy McGirt, because he had to run it back with that Buddy McGirt. You can almost say Buddy McGirt. That exactly. And now he said, let him and Larry are good friends. So hopefully we can talk to Larry Holmes. We can reach out to Mr. Larry Holmes. This is what warriors do. See, you don't know a man until you fight a man, people. When you fight a man, you become family, people. When you fight a man, you become his family. That's why I don't spar everybody. People want to spar. Sparring is an intimate thing between two men. Sparring is an intimate thing between two men. You can't just be doing that with everybody. You're just sparring anybody. I don't know you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Because in sparring, one of us could die. One of us could die in sparring. And I'd rather die working with a partner and somebody I know than at the hands of a stranger. So it's the same thing. Once you fight a man, y'all become family. And like you heard what the champ said, him and Larry Holmes are great friends now. See? Because when you go to war with a man, you learn a man. You know a man. That's why you can see before a fight, two fighters could be talking all the shit and they've, F this, F you. But after the fight, they always hugging. Because they both glad to be alive. Because if they both came out there and did their best, fought their best, and both of them came out the other end alive, that's an accomplishment. That's why at the end of a fight, two fighters can't still be mad at each other after they went to war and they both survived it, winner or loser. Come on, you know that man. That man's like your brother now. Salute. Uncle Phil, what's going on? Yeah, so we up in here talking. We got Tim Witherspoon's the champ in the chat. He's in the chat, showing straight love to the live. But we had to come out here, and I told you we're gonna be doing the long coffee and Mary Jane's, and then we're gonna be doing the short coffee and Mary Jane's. And this is one of our short ones to breeze through, talk about defense and talk about and to speak on who you are. Do you know yourself? And this is why you should fight. This is why you should train to fight, because they say fighting is the quickest path to enlightenment, because it helps you to know yourself quicker than any other path. There is no other path that can educate you on who you are and where your head sits and where your ass sits better than fighting. Do you know you? See, I see a lot of things on this computer. I see a lot of people talking, and the trolls and You know, I read comments and I can see some people take it so personally. And this is what we're going to talk about. If somebody is reaching out to you and saying something to you, the trolls, because I get them a lot. I love it. You know, it gives me a chance to be witty. I love the trolls. You know, you gotta love them. But if you're taking it personal, that means there's still parts of you have to work on. There's thumb screws in you that are still too loose that people are turning. Because if you know yourself, no matter what nobody says to you, is water off a duck's back. It's water off a duck's back. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it and laugh at it. No matter how crazy they try to take it, no matter where they try to spin it, you must learn to love it because you know who you are. This is why this computer thing is really insane, like how you can see people going straight to war, ready to kill each other over this, over a feeling that someone else feels about you. See, in fighting, we ain't got time for all that. I ain't got no time to worry about how my opponent feels about me. He can like me, love me, misunderstand me. It don't matter. He's still gonna get these hands. He's still gonna get these hands. We still going to war. So I ain't got time to worry about, like back in my day, they used to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That was a real saying, meaning you can break me with a stick, but what you saying holds no weight because I know who I am. Now, if I'm in question of who I am, then your words will make me tail spin. And that's what happens a lot here. A lot of people are tail spinning. Great advice and wisdom from the champ. Thank you. A lot of people are tail spinning. No, no, you can't. The whole essence of fighting isn't learning how to hurt a man, it's learning who you are as a man. That's what fighting teaches you. Because my teacher told me the branch of the Marshall tree that's connected to kicking ass is a small branch. There's so many other thick branches there. There's so many other leaves. There's so much more you get from learning the martial art and learn the defense, which is self-preservation. Learning boxing, learning kickboxing, whatever you learn. There's so much more you get from that than just learning how to disassemble a man. Because Masashi said, you kill a man, you take away, you stop his learning process. If you kill a man, you stop his ability to learn. You've taught him nothing. You've taught him nothing. So killing is the easy way out. But if you can confront a man with skill and show him the way without killing him, you can teach him a lesson that can last him a lifetime. That he's something he can teach his kids. But see, when you're ready just to kill, that's because you're still caught up in the outside world. You don't know who you are. You're still caught on, the outside world can still tailspin you. When you have your in this inside world and you're constantly working on settling it and keeping it serene and keeping it balanced, you laugh on the outside. That's why they say karate man cry on the inside. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you keep that pain and you settle that pain on the inside. So the outside world can't affect you because the outside world is always pulling at you. And if you don't center your inner world, it will destroy your inner world. It's two worlds. There's the inner world and there's the outer world. And if you don't center your inner world, the outer world will destroy you. They will eat you alive. Take everything from you. Your finances, your integrity, your morals, your standards, they'll rip it all from you. Because your inner world is imbalanced. It's easy to take you. And this is why they say fighting is the quickest path to enlightenment. Because you live in your inner world as a fighter. You live in your inner world. Even when you fight, and I've learned how to talk to myself in the fight. It was the best fight I ever had. I never thought about talking to myself during the fight. But now, I'm having a full conversation. So me and my supercomputer is scanning you, and we talking to each other like, yeah, every time he throw that left hand, he drop it back down to his pocket. We gonna force him to throw it, and yeah, and we coming, and we coming. We watching, we talking to each other. That's what you need to be doing. Mr. Tim said, add the wisdom to the seminar. You know I am, Mr. Tim. This is what we do. This is part of the thing. You know, the mental side of fighting is big. You get fighters that fight with a broken hand. Gervonta Davis just fought that fight with a broken hand. The pain is real, but you know what you have? You got to go into the mental and the spiritual. When you've broken your physical hand and you still have to fight and you still landed, I mean, every time you touch it, the pain is real. So you got to go into the next level. You got to go into a whole nother gear. That's the mental, the physical strength. How strong are you there? Because the body is broken. But if your mental and your spiritual strength is strong, every bone in your body could be broken, but you'll still push through. You'll still push through. Because if the mental and the spiritual haven't disengaged, the body will keep going until it just dissipates, just breaks apart. The body will not stop as long as the mental and the spiritual is still engaged. Okay. Well, this is just a quick one. We'll be back tomorrow with our other Coffee and Mary Jane. We had Terrible Tim Witherspoon in the chat. We got the defensive seminars coming up. Do not miss it. We coming to every state. We're going to be starting off. We got Jersey. We got Philly. I'm going to be in Philly soon. So you'll be seeing videos with me and Terrible Tim Witherspoon breaking down the science of defense. I'm going to be learning too. You know, because say what you want. You know, I'm a fan and I'm a student of the game. So when the Terrible Tim Witherspoon is talking, I'll be listening, just like everybody else. But you make sure you sign up for the seminars. There'll be more promotions coming. Keep your eyes on the prize. Because me, Terrible Tim Witherspoon, we are coming. As always, hands up, chin down, rumble. Young man rumble.